Well, I went and did some horse trading and got this utility bed trailer, last week, I believe. I don't know if you can tell, there's a little something going on with the wheels and tires. They're kicked in. Good thing is, they're both kicked in. So it has a trailer axle under it. Obviously, it's got some aftermarket wheels on it. But what I wanted to show you was this. So they got the factory leaf springs. I guess it was a 1 ton, single wheel 1 ton. Might have been a 3/4 ton, I don't know. But that's an equalizer. And if you look, it's just got a little weld on it. It's like, dude, what is going on? Why didn't you just put some spring perches on it? So here's what I gotta do. I gotta take all this stuff loose and then flip the axle over where the curve is on the top, and the axle should be good to go then, because it's upside down. The brake bleeders are on the bottom, and spring perches, actually it's not completely upside down, but it's enough. So I got to fix that, take this thing out, and I'll get some perches and some new U-bolts. I'm going to try to drop this thing down to a more, because it doesn't have a nut on the inside. So they just decided to tack that. I'm going to have to drive that back through and re-tack that, or find a nut and put it on the inside. The other one's the same way. Boy, whoever built this thing was on top of their game. But I need to get this thing up and running. I'd like to do away with these little things if I could. I hate them. I mean, it may come to where I have to leave them on. I don't know. It's not like I'm going to be using this thing all the time. Well, that's got to be junk. I'm not going to be using this every day, but it would be nice to have everything in one trailer. I need to find another welder, gas engine welder. Clean all this shit out of here, and put a good welder in here. Maybe put my torch back in here. But I really need to get all of that off of my trailer. So right now, this particular job I'm on, I'm building this fence. You can see the panels there. I'm having to use this little generator to run the Omni Pro with some flux core in it. And for my cutting, I'm using this little cheapo Amica Power, which this is my plasma cutter. I've had this thing for several years. It's been a great little machine. It works good. I've been cutting that 1/4 inch plate, and you can see it has no problem cutting it. Does a fairly good job. Smaller stuff like 10 gauge, it really does good. You start getting real thin, it just starts melting it and making a mess. Like there's some 14 gauge. I mean, it does okay. A lot of it's me. My hands ain't as steady as they used to be. But today, this, when I went to hook it up and use it, this lead was unhooked, of course. And the little plug that went here had ripped out. So I had to have it. And so I just took the old grinder and cutoff wheel and chopped the whole plug, yanked it out. I had a red and a blue wire out here, and a black on the inside of the machine. So I just twisted them together. So either it doesn't matter, or I just happened to get it right the first time. But I think it doesn't matter, because all you're doing is making a connection. So basically you could just do that and it would kick the air on and the power. Anywho, so tomorrow I got to go back and finish. I got about 2 more plates to cut. And then them 2 things there are the posts. They're wrapped in plastic. They got caps on them. That doesn't matter. I'm only using about 7 foot of them. Those are 9s. I'm putting about 3 foot in the ground, and the fence is 4 foot tall. So these are 48 inches. I'm going to have about 2 inches underneath, 2 inches on top. And it's like 13 posts. And it's got one opening in the center. I'll show y'all tomorrow. I'll make a little video about what I'm doing. It's coming out pretty good. It's a weird little fence. I haven't never built one like this before. But back to the service thing. I need to get all of this where it's on that, but I need that axle flipped over where it's supposed to be so that I can actually pull it down the road. I've got a tire on it now, so I ain't got to worry about that. It's got a good jack, and the hitch, I believe, is a 2-inch, which I really want to change that, and I need to change my scrap trailer to 2 5/16, so everything I got runs off the same ball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yep, 2-inch. I mean, it's a good hitch, don't get me wrong, but I need to get rid of that and change it. Oh, and here's where they had their welder before. And I may do that. That'd be a lot easier to get to the controls to start and stop it. But, yeah. And I have even thought about just building my own frame and mount that on it where the whole thing sits down low. And use that axle under it. It's where I got a good 7K axle. Or 8K. I'm pretty sure it's just a 7K axle. So I don't know, depending on how bad this is attached. I can already see it's welded here, but who knows where else it's attached. It may not have much holding it on. If it don't, I'll just take it off and build my own trailer. But I need to get all this stuff off of here, because if I have to hold my skid steer somewhere, or I find some goodie to go get, I've got to keep putting this stuff on and off that trailer. That would be no way no. I've already got the whole deck system in my truck completely full of tools, and you can see I've already got it completely full of crap on top of it. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do. Just had a welder dropped off today I got to work on. I got 2 or 3 mowers in there I got to get going, but I got to get this fence job done first, because it's going to pay the bills, and we'll go from there. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hadn't completely forgot about y'all. It's just, you know, one of them things. I haven't had money to buy anything to make a good video about. And when I have bought something, I had to turn around and flip it to pay the old bills. But things are starting to pick up now. Work's starting to pick up. And I've got quite a few jobs here in the shop to do. And more coming, like that welder. I mean, every couple of days, something else gets dropped off. So, we'll get there eventually. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Later. Hush up. Over there.